Hey, it's so nice to see you here. Let me ask, have you ever gotten a full night's sleep, done everything right, and still woken up feeling like you ran a marathon? Just in your dreams? Or maybe it's 2 p.m. and you're half human, half couch cushion? You're definitely not alone. I noticed it a while back. Talked with older friends, read senior forums, watched YouTube comments, and people kept saying, "I'm always tired and I don't know why." At first, I thought it was just aging. But then I dug deeper and discovered there are lots of reasons why seniors feel constantly drained. And most of them have nothing to do with age and everything to do with what people rarely talk about. So today we're walking through 10 surprising and often overlooked reasons you might feel like a zombie in comfy slippers. And trust me, this isn't a bedtime lecture about going to sleep earlier. Nope. This is real talk. Chances are, you'll laugh, you'll nod, and you'll probably say, "That's me." Stick around. We'll figure this out together. Maybe you'll wake up soon with more pep in your step and less fog in your brain. Let's get into it. 1. You're not drinking enough water. Yes, even when you think you are. I once saw an older gentleman, I'll call him Ron, look me squarely and say, "I drink plenty of water. I had a glass with my pills this morning." That was 9 a.m., and around 3:30 p.m. he said, "And since?" He just shrugged. "Well, I had soup at lunch." Here's the deal. When we were younger, our bodies screamed, "Hydrate me," with dry mouth, thirst, that desert feeling at the back of your throat. But as we age, the signal gets quieter. By the time your brain whispers, "Maybe water?" your body's been surviving hours already. Dehydration sneaks up, but it drains energy. Your blood thickens slightly, your heart has to work harder, and your brain sends strange signals: confusion, irritability, or that heavy lid feeling that makes you nod off mid-sentence. I read a story from a forum. A woman said her mom kept falling asleep randomly during the day. They feared dementia, but mild dehydration was the issue. Once she sipped water throughout the day, she was alert again. Literally night and day difference. Now here's the irony. Many seniors reduce water intake to avoid frequent bathroom trips. I get it. No one wants constant interruptions. But dehydration doesn't mean chugging a gallon. It means sipping steadily all day long. Keep a glass nearby, like it's a sidekick. Add lemon, mint, or a splash of juice if needed. Call it your spa water. Whatever helps you sip, your body will thank you, and your recliner naps might disappear. 2. You're sitting too much and calling it rest. Here's a paradox. You sit all day doing nothing and still feel run down by dinner time. Think that's relaxing? Not quite. A retired teacher summed it up best. "I sit most of the day, yet I'm wiped by 5 p.m. How is that possible?" Answer: stillness isn't renewal. It becomes exhaustion. Blood slows, muscles stiffen, joints feel stiff. Your body thinks, "Are we shutting down? Cool, I'll go into power-saving mode." And that's fatigue. But you don't need to become a gym rat at 70. Just gentle movement. One man exercises during TV commercials, stretches, marches, even a little dance move, and claims it gives him more energy than coffee. Remind your body it's still needed. Walk to the mailbox, stretch while brushing your teeth, stand while on the phone. Small movements remind your body we're not shutting down yet. So next time you're slumping and wondering, "Why am I so tired? I did nothing today." Move a little, not to wear yourself out, just to wake yourself up from within. 3. You're carrying silent stress, and it's heavier than it looks. This one hits hard for many, especially post-retirement, after loss, or when life grows quiet. Silent stress doesn't shout. It hums in the background. One senior wellness commenter said, "I'm retired, kids grown, no worries. So why am I exhausted and tense?" Then she paused. "I guess I'm always worrying about health, being alone, money, memory fading." That's silent stress, An invisible weight. The body doesn't care whether stress is visible. It responds the same with cortisol, poor sleep, muscle tension, dull moods, energy drain. Hopeful part, you can lighten that invisible load. Acknowledge it. Talk it out. Write it down at night. Fold the note. Say, "That's tomorrow's problem," and stash it in a worry vault. One wise woman swears it changed her sleep. Stress may not vanish, but you can reduce its power. Then you might feel surprisingly lighter and more alive. 4. Your medications might be messing with your energy. This one's big, and a lot of people don't know it. Some pills, especially ones for blood pressure, sleep, allergies, or even pain, can make you feel drowsy all day. And it's not just right after taking them. They can build up slowly in your system. One woman, named Alice, said she started falling asleep during her favorite cooking shows. She thought it was just aging. Then her doctor switched one of her meds. And suddenly, she was back to baking banana bread again, awake and full of stories. If you're feeling foggy, check with your doctor or pharmacist. Don't stop taking anything on your own, but do ask, could this be making me feel so tired? There might be a better option or a new time of day to take it. Your energy could return faster than you think. 5. You might be eating meals that are making you sleepy. Food gives us energy, right? But some meals, especially heavy or carb-loaded ones, do the opposite. Pasta, bread, fried foods, they give a short burst of energy, then crash you like a wave. Think of Thanksgiving dinner. That sleepy, I need a nap feeling after a big meal? That happens with lots of everyday foods too, especially when they're big, beige, and bland. One man said, every time he had a sandwich and chips for lunch, he wanted to nap for 2 hours. But when he switched to grilled chicken, a bit of rice, and some greens, he felt sharper, even skipped his afternoon nap. Try smaller meals, more colors on the plate, and fewer empty carbs. You don't have to give up the treats. Just balance the plate a little better, and you might stay awake through the afternoon news. 6. You're sleeping, but not sleeping well. Here's a truth bomb. Just because you're in bed for 8 hours doesn't mean you're getting good sleep. Restless legs, waking to use the bathroom, a snoring partner, or even too much light can ruin deep sleep without you realizing it. Good sleep is about quality, not just time. A man named George said, "I go to bed at 10, get up at 7, and still feel groggy." Turned out, he was waking 5 times a night and never hitting deep sleep. Try dark curtains, a cooler room, white noise, or even stretching before bed. And yes, check for sleep apnea if someone says you stop breathing or snore loudly. Sometimes the fix is small, a fan, a pillow swap, less caffeine afternoon. But even little changes can mean deeper sleep and a lot more energy in the morning. 7. You're running low on vital nutrients and don't even know it. Now this one's sneaky because no one walks around thinking, boy, I bet I'm low on magnesium today, right? But the truth is, as we age, our bodies get less efficient at absorbing nutrients. That healthy meal you ate at 40 might not pack the same punch at 70, even if your diet hasn't changed. And that can mess with your energy in ways you'd never guess. I remember reading a comment from a gentleman who said he felt like he was walking through mud all day, every day. He blamed old age, of course, but his daughter dragged him to get blood work done, and turns out he was low in B12, vitamin D, and iron. Once he got those sorted out, with a supplement here and a dietary tweak there, he said he felt like someone turned the lights back on in his body. That's what these nutrients do. B12 helps with nerve function and red blood cell production, kind of important for staying upright and alert. Vitamin D affects everything from mood to muscle strength. Magnesium helps your muscles relax. Iron literally helps deliver oxygen to your cells. Without enough of these, you're basically running on fumes and wondering why your engine keeps stalling. The tricky part? You can be low on all of them and not even know. The symptoms are vague: fatigue, fogginess, weakness, which means most people just chalk it up to aging. But often, it's just a body whispering, "Hey, I'm out of fuel here." You don't need a cabinet full of pills. But if you've been dragging and haven't had a blood panel recently, it might be time to ask. Don't live in fatigue if a simple blood test could offer answers and relief. 8. You've lost your spark, and that drains more energy than you think. This one's less about your body and more about your heart. Many people hit a certain age and find themselves drifting. The kids are grown, the job is over, and suddenly, there's no clear reason to jump out of bed. You still go through the motions: meals, chores, a little TV. But deep down, something feels missing. One widower put it this way: "I don't feel sad, I just don't feel much at all." That kind of emptiness wears on you. Because here's the truth: energy isn't just physical, it's emotional. When you have something to look forward to, even something small, a craft project, a walk with a friend, a grandchild's visit, it lifts you up. When you don't, your brain and body go into low power mode. You're functioning, but not really living. The good news? That spark isn't gone. It just needs a little help. Maybe it's painting again. Maybe it's joining a book club. One woman started gardening again, and she said, "I feel like myself for the first time in years." That's the spark. And once it's lit, your energy follows. 9. Your medications might be clashing, and dragging you down the pill parade is real. By retirement age, it's common to have meds for blood pressure, cholesterol, sleep, digestion, and more. Before you know it, your daily routine looks like a pharmacy menu. But here's the issue: those medications can interact in subtle ways. Some make you tired, others interfere with nutrients, some even cancel each other out. One man realized he was taking one med that made him drowsy and another that wired him up. He felt groggy for months and didn't know why, until a pharmacist spotted the conflict. Another woman did a full med review and found out one pill was actually lowering her sodium too much. Once adjusted, her brain fog lifted. A medication check doesn't mean stopping everything. It just means making sure the mix isn't dragging you down unnecessarily. Your doctor can help, but so can a pharmacist. In fact, they're trained specifically for this. Sometimes, more energy doesn't come from doing more, but from removing the things quietly wearing you out. 10. You might just need more joy. Yes, joy. And no, it's not cheesy, it's real. Joy fuels you in a way nothing else can. Without it, life starts to feel heavy. Routine takes over. And before long, every day starts to feel the same. One man online said, "I'm not depressed. I just feel like I'm going through the motions." That's the absence of joy. But the good news, it doesn't take much. One grandma started learning silly dances with her grandkids. Another man began writing poems. Bad ones, he joked, but they made him laugh. Someone else got an older dog. They napped together. It's perfect. Joy doesn't need a big budget or a big plan. It just needs a little space, a little permission. It refills your tank faster than sleep ever could. So be bold. Try the thing that makes no sense but brings you a smile. Make art. Tell jokes. Go outside barefoot. Dance while you do dishes. Watch something dumb and laugh too hard. Joy is a fuel source, and it's one your soul is probably craving. Feeling called out? That's okay. It means you're paying attention. The good news is, most of what's draining your energy can be changed. No extreme diets or early workouts needed. Just better rest, a little movement, or even one small shift. You deserve to feel good, not just get through the day. If this helped, like, subscribe, or share it with someone who needs a little boost too. Take care of yourself, and don't forget to find something to smile about today. You've earned it. See you soon.